All right, let's kick things off with a question that sounds really simple, but trust me, it's not. What is a song really? I mean, you probably think of, the notes on a page, or maybe the first version of a track you ever fell in love with. But what if a song isn't just one thing? What if it can have multiple, completely different lives?
And that brings us right to the heart of the matter. Who's the real creator? Is it the composer who first wrote it all down, laying out the basic plan? Or is it the artist who steps up to the mic and pours their soul into it, building something totally new from that original idea? That's the conflict we're going to dig into. So, let's break it down. On one hand, you have what we'll call the musical text. This is the sheet music, right? The architect's blueprint. It's got the notes, the chords, the lyrics, all written down. But then you've got the performance, and that's the final building. That's the recording you actually listen to, where an artist's style, their rhythm, their emotion, it all becomes a part of the song itself. One is a map, the other is the actual journey.
To really see this in action, there is no better case study than the song Try a Little Tenderness. Seriously, it's a classic that has been completely reborn over the years, and it shows us exactly how a performance can literally change what a song is.
Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning, 1932. This is the song as it was originally written, and it's a sweet, kind of simple, sentimental ballad. The melody is pretty, it's straightforward. This is our ground zero, the original blueprint, before anyone else came along and started making changes.
Now get this, we're not just talking about singing with a different attitude, we are talking about changing the song's actual DNA. This table shows the basic chord progressions from the original and two super famous covers, and you don't have to be a music theory whiz to see that they are not the same. Both Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding weren't just redecorating, they were changing the very foundation of the song.
Aretha Franklin's version in 1962 was the first huge transformation. She took that simple blueprint and started building a mansion. She brought in an entire orchestra, stretched out the melodies in ways they'd never been sung before, and her band just filled every available space with these incredible, soulful piano and organ parts. For her, the original song was just the starting line.
But then came Otis Redding in 1966. And this is where things get just, completely radical. He didn't just renovate the song, he bulldozed it and built something new from the ground up. He messes with the rhythm of every single line. By the end, he's not even singing the original melody anymore. The raw, spontaneous, improvised energy of his performance becomes the song. And here it is. This is the absolute knockout punch. Music experts pretty much agree that what Otis Redding did wasn't just a cover. His performance was so groundbreaking, it was actually an act of composition. He, and I quote, wrote via performance style a new song. Think about that. He was using the original like a sample to create something entirely his own right there in the moment.
So this changes everything, right? If a performance can be the same as writing a song, then our old school definition of composition just feels way too small. It's definitely time for an upgrade.
So here it is, our new expanded definition. Composition isn't just about a person writing notes on a page, it's any creative act that generates musical meaning. Yeah, that can be a composer with a pen, but it can absolutely be a singer in a studio, creating meaning and magic through nothing but their style, their rhythm, their soul.
So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you hear a cover song that just absolutely floors you, ask yourself, are you listening to a simple copy? Or are you actually witnessing the birth of a brand new song, one that was written not with ink, but with pure performance?